Hello, let us begin reading the book Loneliness, Youngest, A Journey Around the World, Book 6. The Lexile of this book is 630 Lexile, and the book is titled Loneliness. Let us begin reading this book. Youngest, A Journey Around the World, titled Loneliness. Lucia was starting to feel really lonely out at sea. The first part of her trip around the world had gone well. She had sailed south from Central America and gone along the dash of Africa. Stone River coast wheel, most probably around the coast of Africa. Yes, we are right. At first, the time seemed to fly by. She reached the bottom of Africa before she knew it. But then time seemed to slow down. It was thousands of miles from Africa to Australia, and there was no land between the two. Astronauts, professors, continents, spectacles. Most probably continents. Yes, we are right. Day after day, it was the same. The water surrounded her on all sides, and every day Lucia felt worse and worse. What she wanted most in the world was to see her parents. She had never spent this long from them. It had now been 4 months. She missed talking to her mom over breakfast, and she missed working on the boat with her dad. She missed all her friends from school and sailing club, hero, fame, tool. Sailing could be a club. Let us give it a try. Yes, we are right. Lucia hadn't thought of this part when she decided to take on this adventure. She hadn't really realized she would go months between dash the people she didn't like it at all, between possibilities, constructions, conversations, relationships. She hadn't really realized she would go months between dash with people, between conversations with people. She didn't like it at all, between possibilities, relationship, let us give it a try. Yes, we are right. She didn't like it at all. It's just so empty out here, she thought to herself. All she could see was the water around her. She was sailing through the Indian Ocean, which was starting to seem like the biggest ocean ever. Lucia wondered if she should keep going. Her goal of being the fast is it the flattest, happiest, luckiest, youngest. Most probably she was looking forward to be the youngest person. Yes, we are right. Youngest person to sail around the world didn't seem so important anymore. She just wanted to be home where she was comfortable and could be dashed by people she loved. Developed, surrounded, most probably surrounded, it seems, and distracted and destroyed. Yes, it is surrounded. Let us give it a try. Yes, surrounded by people she loved. Just then Lucia's satellite phone rang. She looked at the screen, but she didn't dash the number. Recognize, disappear, discover, astonish. Recognize the number. That seems very obvious. It wasn't her mom's or dad's. So she decided not to answer it. It was probably a wrong number. But then 5 minutes later, the phone rang again, and it was the same number as before. This time, Lucia decided to answer it. Hello, Lucia Richardson, the voice on the other end said. Yes, that's me. Who is this? Lucia replied. This is Angela Henley from Channel 5. Dash here is Santa Clara, California, the voice said. From Channel 5, Rice Snail News Team. Most probably news. Yes. Lucia recognized that name. Angela Henley was the lead anchor on the local news in Lucia's hometown. Was this a practical dash of some kind? Practical frog, bowl, lock joke? Practical could be a joke of some kind? Was someone messing with her? Are you still there, Lucia? Angela said. It certainly sounded like Angela Henley's voice. Lucia had heard that voice on dash hundreds of times in her life. On television, confidence, sleepiness, experiments, television. She mentioned it earlier. Yes, it is right. Yes, I'm still here. Sorry about that, Lucia said. We heard about your big dash from the parents and people around town. Your big apartment, cardboard, schooling, adventure. I think most probably it was her adventure. Yes, we are right. From the parents and people around town, Angela said, we think what you are doing is so great and it is inspiring for everyone. We wanted to do a big news story on you if you are okay with that. Would you be willing to answer some dash about yourself on your trip? Some questions, countries, paintings, railroads. Question seems very obvious. Yes. Lucius couldn't believe it. Never in a million years did she ever think the news would do a story on her. Yes, of course, I will answer some questions for you, she replied. Lucia dropped her anchor so that she could focus on the interview. Angela asked her all sorts of questions. She asked her when she started sailing. She asked her what made her fall in love with it. She asked her what made her want to sail around the world. Finally, she asked how it was going so far. Lucia took her time on answering that one. Well, she said, it's going pretty well so far. I had one night of bad weather, but other than that, things have been pretty smooth. It's really lonely out here. Though I miss getting to talk to people, I miss seeing my friends and family. That part is hard, but everything else is great. I can understand that, Angela said. We thought you might say that you were feeling lonely. That's why we have a little surprise for you. We called up a bunch of your friends. We had them come down to the station. They want to say hello to you. Lucia was so surprised. She listened as one by one she got to talk to her friends on the phone. They wished her luck and told her they thought her mission was so cool. Her best friend Maria got on the phone last. We're all so proud of what you're doing, Maria said. Your strength and determination are so amazing. I can't wait until you get home so you can tell me all about it. After she hung up, Lucia sat down on the deck. She felt tears in her eyes. That phone call was just what she needed. It was so good to hear from all of her friends. She realized that they were all keeping track of her progress. She knew right then that she couldn't quit. She wanted to keep making them all proud. She made a decision. She wouldn't think about quitting anymore. Sailing around the world was her goal, and she was going to accomplish it no matter what. This decision made her feel confident again. She pulled up the anchor and set off for Australia.